Welcome to Will It Zombie, and today we're going to be testing whether or not you can boil water using a can of tuna fish. I saw some videos on this, and it looked really cool, and I thought it would be a fantastic idea, but I wasn't really sure if it was legit, so like everything zombie apocalypse related, we're going to give it a try. The main things you're going to need is a can of tuna fish, preferably packed in oil. I'm not sure if it would work with the packed in water ones. We're actually going to cut up an old tin can here to provide us a little bit of a stove base. You'll see what that's for in just a second. We cut a slit into each one of the two pieces of tin can in order to make a cross section. Here we have my tea fixings, which are some hibiscus flower and some lemon balm from the garden. This actually makes a tea that is very healthy, contains vitamin C, possibly good for scurvy, although some questions on that. Here we have a little bit of paper towel. You can use toilet paper. Actually, I'm using toilet paper here. Paper towel, pretty much any kind of paper you can find. That's actually going to act as our wick, and we need to make sure it really well soaks up the oil from the tuna fish. The idea we're utilizing here is exactly the same way that a kerosene lantern works. And here we're applying our little bit of tin can stove to it. And that is just a basic camp cup, and we're going to set it on here and get it lit. I carry that in my pocket at all times. It's a little bit of a windproof jet-packed lighter. I highly recommend it as it's very efficient for starting fires. And I have to admit, I was really shocked when we saw that the stove actually started catching and started burning really well. As it's getting up to temperature, we go ahead and put our tea fixings directly into the water. And of course, using chopsticks here, because chopsticks are one of the best survival zombie kitchen utensils that you can possibly have. Also really easy to fabricate. This stove started getting really hot. As you can see here, giving it a little bit of a stir, and the flame is going fantastic. Now, I will say, in the interest of full disclosure, to get this water up to a boil, it took about 15 minutes. Now, one of the things I did cut out here is that my stove there actually fell apart a little bit, so I had to restart it at one point. But about 10 minutes if you don't have any technical problems, but with 15 minutes, I got boiling water. And as you can see, that is a roaring flame. It actually brought it up to a boil, so this water would be sanitized, would be safe to drink. One of the things that really surprised me is I thought this would probably render the tuna unedible, but as you can see as I pull back our burnt wick there, that the tuna actually just looks cooked and surprisingly actually tasted pretty good. Here we are straining out the tea, which you can do that through a strainer, but also just a stick works pretty good as long as it's large pieces of leaf. As you can see, we got some really good color on it. And this actually just turned into a lovely hibiscus and lemon balm tea. The lemon balm is, of course, from my garden. Here you can see me taking a drink, and it's hotter than I expected, and actually fantastic. The tuna was hot and had a smoky flavor and was still perfectly edible, and I think much improved from the cooking process. So final results, I would definitely say that the tuna can survival stove will zombie.